And welcome back to the old part 2 here. We have thus far avoided violence, although we did have one member get some wonderful ornamentation added to his outfit. But things seem to be going well so far. You have the comlink in hand, and do you guys have anything you want to do, or you want to just hand it over and let's see what happens?
I'm
kind of just going to wave off at these guys, but like, you guys aren't worth it, and then walk off towards wherever Data Blitzer is.
They are doing, like, holding their nose and going, "Oh, look who smell," and like super childish and that kind of thing.
Do I shoot them?
them?
Do I not shoot them? It's a question.
Are they still following him after he's got covered in trash?
No, he is
Okay.
thoroughly embarrassed himself.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, I think I was more embarrassed by saying "bra" repeatedly than having trash dumped on me.
There is a run on my YouTube channel where there was so much bra going on, it made me ill.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, he's gonna kind of just like grumble to himself, patting his gun under his clothes as he walks away towards Data Blitzer.
Yep, and he will very carefully take it off of you with a like, yep, and then take a couple of steps back because you are covered in garbage.
As I'm handing it to him, I'm just gonna look him dead in the eye and say one word.
Let me see what happens. So he's gonna drop his obnoxious little sunglasses a little bit to look over them at you from his significantly shorter stature. And like,
Yep.
Bro, I'm a professional. Just give me the comlink. And
You
then
just like literally just shove it into his chest.
he's gonna be like, ugh. But he'll have the comlink and he'll begin to do his thing. Do you guys wish to do anything in the time it will take for him to clone said phone?
That depends a little bit on what these guys do. I mean, if they're just going to be hanging around for that time, then no.
Well, there will be a group edge test to see what it is that they do during that time. Just curious of whether or not you had something you wanted to do in particular that may influence that outcome.
I'm gonna
hang out.
I'm gonna take off my shirt and wring it
Oh.
to try and get the juice out.
Gross.
I-
More like get the juice equally spread into all of it.
I mean, I will be doing it in the direction of Data Blitzer, if that makes anyone feel better.
You should just break into one of these apartments and steal some clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the one that dropped the trash on me.
It's something you can do. That was the longest
like
wait
it
for a sneeze ever.
Yeah. I feel like it would cause a lot of issues, like more than is worth doing it, breaking in just for clothes.
Probably.
I'll just sit here and rot for now.
Well, you are covered in rot. So
Well,
if
that
everybody
makes me
could
feel
do me a quick favor and roll their edge attribute real quick, we'll see how well things go. Waiting for.
Oh. Yeah.
Nice.
bad.
There you go, holding down the fort. So you're 15
Now who
minutes.
likes the hume?
Not me. Meh. So it'll take you about 10 minutes, not the 15 that he said, and he will hand you back the bro link, and he will waggle a second comm link. He's like, all done. Normal people would take about 15 minutes. I got it done in 10.
We're all very proud of him.
I'm just gonna throw the garbage shirt in his face and take the collar back.
Are you walking shirtless now?
Well, I assume I got an undershirt on.
It's also soaked in garbage, but at least now he can show off his guns.
It was really sloppy garbage too.
It's apparently
I think
turning
I
out
was-
to be mostly liquid garbage from the description of things.
Yeah, there's a few chunks that I just have to pull off every now and again. Someone
Basically,
doesn't have sewage.
They had left their garbage. They put it out on the balcony for like a party and left it there during a rainstorm, and animals got in and opened up the bag. So it was really just soup, garbage.
Oh.
soup.
Right?
That's the worst.
Forgot it on the balcony for a week.
All of that. All of that. One of the raccoons that got in drowned, so there was that bloated raccoon corpse that probably exploded on impact.
You really
Gross.
don't like humans, do you?
So, moving
So,
away from that
big-
that wonderful situation.
I'm gonna plant a comlink bag on them.
Yes, are we?
We probably
He's-
should.
You can't get back near him.
Yeah. I
I'll
don't
just
know,
go over and
uh,
hand him his phone and be like, "Hey, dude, I think you dropped this."
Yep, that works for me. I was going to say get acid to do it, but
Or
Making me talk to this.
actually,
I feel like-
Hassan, just like, could you just like
I can
sneak
try
over
and
there and
slip
like
it back
put
in.
it somewhere that he would have dropped it, and just leave it there? Because I would do it, but I'm not very sneaky.
I can try and slip it back in his pocket, I suppose.
I mean, you could just
Um,
put it somewhere that.
What's your palming skill?
11.
I was going to say
That is pretty
he's
high.
probably going to be able to smell it, considering it was on me when trash. So
I mean,
you may
it's
not
not-
want to go near him with it.
I don't think a comlink really retains that much smell.
Depends how much stuff got dumped on it, I guess. And if it got into the circuits or anything.
It's not really that bad because then the phototop would be.
I mean-
Useful, it's true.
It didn't get dipped into the bog of eternal stench.
Yeah. Just wipe it off. It'll be fine.
With what? I have nothing to wipe.
I don't suppose the windows are open in
Your
his car.
socks. Use your socks.
No. His windows are not
Oh.
open.
Just kind of like sneak round and just drop it near the car. Like
Yeah, I'll
near
do
the
that.
driver's door or something.
That's what I'll do. I'll go drop it on the ground next to his driver's car.
Sure. Are you trying to be
driver's side of his car.
nonchalant about it, or are you just trying to?
Yep.
Sure. If you want to roll
I
me
mean,
something
he's
nonchalant.
floor sized, right? So he can drop it easily.
Mm.
Not having
It won't
to
even
bend
make
over.
that much noise.
I mean, it doesn't have far
Barely have
to.
hit.
Doesn't have far to fall.
Mm.
So what shall this be? A sneak?
It's up to you.
In that
Yeah,
case,
you know,
definitely unarmed.
Does he get a bonus for being a small guy in a crowd?
It'll reference things.
I feel like sneaking is... Palming is actually probably better, so they don't notice me, doing stuff with my hands.
Sure. Yep. So you were able to drop the comlink off outside of the outside of his car and continue moseying about through the races. It looks like they're getting ready to start up with the first one. It is not one of the douche squad. It looks like it is one of the ancients and one of the brain eaters are starting things off tonight, and they both have have motorcycles. Not a monocycle, unfortunately.
Losers.
The superior number of wheels.
Less traction to slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a comlink that has the copy of his information on it. What do you want to do?
I mean, I guess we
feel
can
like
we could pretty much just leave, or we could just steal this car at whenever we have an opening.
Is the
Why would
car
you
he
want to
drove
steal his
down the
car?
one we need to take?
No,
No, I didn't think it was.
but it is a
Well-
car.
Yeah, but let's focus on the actual job.
I mean, why don't we phone Big Bob and say, hey, we've got a second car.
We
Oh,
already made that deal.
he has more than one car in his garage. You can take those if you really want to.
but they're also
Well-
in an A zone.
When I
This
when
was-
I was first negotiating with Big Bob, I was like, "And what if we happen upon multiple cars that might be yours, just not yet?" And he's like, "If that were to happen, I'm not." And he was saying how that is very much against the law, while like winking at me.
Yeah, I remember.
Definitely
I'm just
insinuating.
saying,
If you were to say leave something right over in that lot there, that would be ill advised according to the law. Especially if you left
Yeah.
the keys right over here.
I'm just saying you shouldn't steal his car right here at the races. If you
Oh,
really
no,
want
no.
to steal one of the cars, he has more than one in his garage at home, where we need to go anyways.
Well, you see, if we just camp out outside of the A area and just carjack him every time that he doesn't have the Shenyang, eventually he'll have to use the Shenyang to get out, and then we'll take that too.
You're assuming
I feel
he's
like
going to
that's-
keep coming.
A really bad idea.
I feel like at least one of those times, repeatedly carjacking the same guy, something is going to go wrong.
That doesn't mean that we shouldn't do it.
Exactly. I feel like we should let the dice gods decide.
I feel like what we actually should do is take our shitty car, drive to the edge of that A zone, then walk in on foot where we don't have to flash our sins to get through on the road. Then walk to his house, use his comlink codes to open the garage, and then drive the thing back out.
How are we going to get in without flashing our sins? Because don't we need to go through the checkpoint to get in?
And then you can
Well,
walk
if-
between them.
If you walk without the
Oh,
car.
okay, got you.
Actually, yeah,
I
because we
figured
know where
there
he's
was-
going to be for the next few hours, right?
Yeah.
Presumably.
Let's go do that shit.
I hope no one else is in his house because I feel like we should go into his house and I should take his clothes. No, I'm not
Well-
actually.
We can check
probably
on his
got some sweet
comlink,
food.
right?
Yeah.
But she's not gonna
Okay.
hang out in the garage. You just the comlink has like his security stuff, right? So you can get
For-
alerted when someone breaks in and can actually go into his house without triggering the alarm.
For now, it does. It is presumable that once he notices something is up or something along those lines, he will probably do whatever is required to change those things.
Probably.
But for now, you will have access to his domicile. You just have to get there.
Well, then let's
But
do
it
that
probably
job.
changing
Okay.
those things probably also takes a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, doing what?
Well,
Is it changing what?
he meant changing the security stuff.
Yeah, that probably takes a while, right? Because it can't just be a one-click thing, otherwise it would be too easy to bypass. You have to actually call the company or something.
Well, it'll be the kind of thing where if he has to call, let's say, Knight Errant, they will probably send a person out, and that person will chill there and be like, I am on-site security because there's been a thing, and then they'll send, like, a technician out. So instead of, like, him doing it, would probably be a technician that does things, and then it gives him the new codes or whatever it is that however they have it set up, or, tweaks something in his biometric readouts, or whatever it is that they do in these, 60 years of magically alternate history / future technology that accounts to an ADT security plan.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's going to be here for a while, so someone
Yeah, let's
lead
go.
me to a shower so I can
You say
shower,
shower,
get
what are you
in my
talking about?
other clothes.
You don't even own a shower.
I didn't say I was going to my shower. I said someone lead me to a shower.
Yeah, we'll just use his shower when we go to his house.
No,
Yeah.
that is a bad idea. Don't
'Cause if
actually
people
go
are
into
in
his
there-
house.
Yeah,
Just
not
go
to
into the
mention,
garage.
Oh.
like it is risky. I would
All right,
try to
so
like.
between here and the border, is there like a sleazy motel?
Probably you're in Hurstville. There's most likely a sleazy motel right down the corner, right down the street.
All right, so we'll go to the sleazy motel so he can wash it off, and then because I mean he should be the one driving the car back. He's going to be the least conspicuous.
Mm.
Is he though?
Well,
I mean,
am
he's the one that
most
can
human.
reach the pedals and the steering wheel at the same
Oh,
time.
he's also the only one who has a fix in.
That also would be a help. No, I think Ethan and Ian
I
are gone
have
as well.
I have a sin as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm the only
Okay,
one with a
good one.
fake sin that suits the thing. Like, I'm a pretty average-looking human, in all fairness.
Right.
And he's already got clothes that make him fit in reasonably well with this crowd.
Yeah. Just need to wash them.
Man, that's doubly unfortunate then. That his nice looking clothes are covered in
Trashed.
goop.
Yeah. But yeah, right, motel, wash shelf, wash clothes, wash
Can-
clothes again, wash clothes a third time, shampoo
Can we-
clothes.
Would it help if I summon a water spirit to wash the clothes?
Would it?
A laundry spirit.
As long as
Yes.
it's wearing a bandana on its head.
Please do so.
Sure, you could go ahead and summon a laundry spirit.
I'm going to stand 4 meters away.
Where's the fucking skill again?
I
Okay.
don't know. What force?
I always look for conjuring, but it's summoning.
Mm.
What force did you want to summon at?
2.
Okay.
It's should be enough for laundry making.
Haha, for drain, sir.
It's ridiculous.
Right? This is the most grumpy laundry spirit ever.
This better actually work.
Yeah, so he will help with your laundry stuff.
He's a good spirit.
Yep.
He's to stay far away from me.
I imagine you're over there doing in the shower and he's cleaning your clothes in
Yeah.
a sink or something. Yeah, no,
I
it'll
mean,
take,
I was thinking more like for his comfort rather than anything else.
it'll take you probably about a half hour or so to get showered and get your clothes reasonably dry,
Mm.
and then you guys are you're still in Tourist Hill, and you're.
What about a fire spirit?
I mean,
No.
No,
We
we're
know
not
what
drying
happens
as
if we
close
summon
as
them.
fire spirits.
I'm all for this plan. It'll be interesting at the least.
I mean, your clothes don't normally get burned off if, say, you're engulfed. So put the wet clothes on, get engulfed, and come out spick and span.
We could test this
I'm
theory.
good.
I like it.
We'll test it on someone else, like I don't know, Data Blitzer.
Yo.
An air spirit would be more useful at drying clothes than a fire spirit.
Just kind of like whoosh.
But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of wait for them to dry out naturally. Maybe
Can the
like
have
water
that kind of
spirit not?
time.
Can a water spirit not draw out the water from the clothes too?
Sure.
Actually, yeah, makes sense.
yeah, that's quite an interesting one actually.
No, like I
Yeah.
said, about a half hour, and you guys are
Okay.
about
Alright,
good
well,
to
that's
go.
All right.
Yay.
So, are we?
I don't know.
We're not all 5 of us just gonna go,
5?
or
Blitzer.
just gonna like
Some-
actually walk all the way to his house, right?
Right.
That's
Data Blitz
crazy.
is a person.
I figured we go separately. Like me, I could go by myself. Acid can go with Data Blitzer, and you two gnomes can ponder off in whatever way
we
you
should
want.
not be walking together. They will definitely call the police.
I
Okay.
feel like if we don't do anything stupid, all that's needed is that Archon walks to the garage, opens the door with the comlink, and then drives the car away.
All of the cars, you mean?
They want to steal more cars, I think. It's the problem.
Acid, I suppose you should stay back anyway, because we can't have you even getting tied up with the police at all. I don't know, dude. You could handle yourself, even if some little something happens.
Yeah.
What if he's... we already seen he's got at least one magically inclined friend. What if he's got anything astral near the house?
That's why it would be nice if she went with you, but...
Again, all she needs to do is check it out, and then when I go in, she can
hang
go.
back.
She can literally just leave and be fine.
That makes sense then.
If that's okay with you, Trix.
Okay.
So what
I don't
are we doing? What is
She's
this entertaining?
Essentially, me and Acid will walk up to the house. She'll check it out astrally for me to make sure it's safe from magic-y stuff.
Mhm.
And then I'll go in and take the car while she leaves. So she's not actually involved. She's just kind of there to make sure I don't do anything that I'm not aware of.
How does removing your astral signature work exactly?
It is a complex action per point of force.
Okay. So it's fairly quickly.
Dependent upon how... Because remember, if you cast 3 Force 5 spells, that's 15 complex actions you're going to have to spend to erase all of those signatures.
That's 45 seconds.
Yeah, and dependent upon what else is going on, that could be an eternity.
True.
Because it is a complex action. That means you're not casting any more spells, you're not doing anything but moving on your turn.
Yeah.
So at what point do Ascend and I sneak in and take the other cars?
It's up to you two.
Okay.
I forgot about
Because,
that part of the plan. Well,
yeah,
we need to
'cause-
do that too.
I mean, what I can do is I can take... Once I've got on the car that we want, I can then leave the comlink with Acid, who can then hand it off to you for you to get the other bits.
Well, I mean, if we're going to do
Um,
that, we need to get in and out at the same time.
Can the cars drive themselves through the checkpoint on autopilot?
Yes,
I think so.
but the checkpoint will check them for ownership, and you will probably get pinged. It's one of those things like, your car is firing past this checkpoint. Is this okay?
I guess that means
I'm
someone
not
needs to drive it.
Is there any way that Data Blitzer can redirect it so it doesn't go to Matt Ridley's phone?
He could try.
I feel like having him hack a security checkpoint might
wouldn't be hacking the
backfire
checkpoint.
spectacularly.
It wouldn't be hacking
He
the
means,
checkpoint, it would have been hacking the
hack
other
the car.
phone, right?
Yeah, hack the car, so rather than send it to, point A would be Ridley's phone, point B would be the fake phone we have, so he'd send it to
Well,
B
it
instead
wouldn't
of A.
be the car wouldn't be the thing that is making the phone call. It would be the checkpoint that is calling to make sure things are cool.
So here's a question.
Information for the comlink number would be in the car, no?
It would be attached to the SIN would have a comic number that's a call this number.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's the person the car is registered to,
So
basically.
this is one thing we haven't expected. If I'm driving this car away, I have to go through a checkpoint. They're going to check the car. They're going to see that my SIN is whatever SIN I have is not registered to the car.
Well, do they actually stop everybody driving out of an A zone?
I'd imagine so,
Well,
considering it's very high security. I'd stop people going to
Can
and
you
fro.
answer that, Rob, for us?
the answer is maybe. They definitely have random selections for security reasonings, or if there is a cautious thing, not a cautious thing,
Can we off-road the car?
you could try, but that would be significantly more suspicious to, you're talking about going off-roading through a security zone, which is a residential section? You're driving across people's lawns and shit.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I mean, you would get past the checkpoint because you're not driving on the road, but there would be a bit of a trail of destruction as you wreck up people's nicely manicured lawns.
Yes,
I bet this guy has a Land Rover,
He has a Marauder as seen on
or at least a G-Wagon.
But they are going to check the sin of the driver, like always, right?
If you're going through
Yeah,
the checkpoint, it's like an easy pass thing.
Yeah, I imagine they'll check my sin, but not the cars, most likely.
Right. And
Since I'm driving it,
Makes
they'll assume
sense.
it's mine.
an empty car auto driving is way more like, all right, make sure nothing funny is going on here. Especially if you guys are trying to drive like 4 of them auto drive in the same direction and they all happen to be driven by the same person.
Here's a question for you, Rob. I assume it's a no, but can I like when I'm doing the check for my sin, can I edge that, or is it just that's it?
Your sin is a threshold test. It is not the rating of your fake sin is the threshold they have to get on their sin scanner.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay, yes, they need at least a 4.
So they need, if they get 4 hits, it is something came back as an error, check it again.
Okay.
If they get 5 hits, it's like, meh, something's wrong here.
Got you.
Mhm.
Okay.
So how many cars are we taking?
As many as we can.
2 maximum, because that's the amount of fake sins that we have.
3
What?
maximum.
Here we have 3.
Who has the fake sin?
Ian, basically you don't. That's
Yeah.
the easy way of doing it.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Can Data
there was
Blitzer
more
drive?
than-
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he gets.
You
Look at
trust
him. He's a
though.
child. He's getting
I've-
stopped.
He will get stopped for one driving and
He'll also
2,
try
he
and
will
drift or something.
run his
stupid.
mouth.
He has a car.
It doesn't mean he's allowed to drive it. I mean,
He doesn't
does
have a
drive
nice
it.
car. Gets his hands on a nice car, he's gonna fuck everything up.
Blitzer, do you have a license to drive?
Also, we need him to be monitoring the comlink at all times
Well,
because we
Can you-
can't have stuff.
you do
Anything
that while you
we do and
drive?
show up.
can he do that while he drives?
Yeah, I could
Isn't
probably
that
do that while
kinda-
I drive.
Isn't that kind of like driving and being on the phone at the same time? It's gonna make
The
him
car
worse.
drives themselves, right?
It's not nearly so
Yeah.
bad as nowadays because there is Grid Guide, which will autopilot your vehicle.
Also, like, it's a heads-up display, so it's like having a different, like your different monitors, right, on your computer.
My
When
other
you're on
question
purpose.
is, I guess it matters less. Just all of us
You should
getting there.
definitely do different checkpoints, though,
Yeah.
so they don't notice that 3 cars owned by the same person is driving through.
Sure.
Yep.
So,
Let's
This
go.
This is gonna be the worst thing we'll ever do, and we're all going. This is going to be spectacular.
We're ready to accept the consequences. Everyone have edge.
I'm not ready to accept any consequences here.
well,
That's why you're staying back. And
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you're literally not involved.
I also can turn into a bird. You can't.
It's true.
yeah, I guess you got that going for you.
Right. Let's go to the house.
Okay, so you guys are you driving to nearby the checkpoint and then walking the rest of the way, or?
Yeah.
How long would that take us to get there?
Oh, you guys have short legs.
They do.
Racist.
It is fact.
I've got movement 20.
Should we make running check for this or something? Or would that be too obvious?
Do you want to go running through the A zone?
This is
What if it's just a pleasant jog?
look. I don't know how many of you have driven through towns where rich people live, but they love to jog.
That's what I was thinking. So I could quite easily like roll up my shirt or things and be like, "I'm out for a jog, everyone. Ignore the good clothes."
But we are still wearing gang colors, right? We shouldn't
I don't
be all-
actually wear gang colours, so
shouldn't
it's fine.
all stick like as a group and then pretend we're jogging. That seems like what wouldn't get away with.
We're a
Well, the
cross-country
two of-
team.
Well, we've already decided. Um,
I can just stay in this stinky car and walk astrally.
Mm-hmm.
True.
oh yeah, that's true.
They don't have astral Overwatch in A-rated zones, is what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
They
Sometimes-
said it's rare.
What do you mean sometimes?
This guy isn't gonna have one.
You say that, but
In the
what
let's
do
call
we
it the
really
more
know?
business-oriented areas like corporate facilities, that kind of stuff, they would probably have some Watcher spirits, maybe. But in the residential section, probably not.
Well, I can just stealth while I'm astrally, right?
Not as well as physical stealth because
You're glowing.
yeah, but it's worth a shot.
Let me put it this way: if he has astral protection on his house, this is gonna get way more interesting.
Yeah, it's getting way harder.
This is
Real.
exactly why I wanted Acid to come along. Just
Yeah,
in
but
case.
in that case, me being in astral space isn't gonna make much of a difference.
I mean, you'll be able to just see if it's there, which is enough of a difference.
So yeah, do the
Okay.
astral thing. Check it out. If it's not anything, then whatever. Doesn't matter.
How good of an idea do I think it is to fly low key through an A-rated zone astrally?
As long as you don't hang out in suspicious places for a long time, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Now I'm just gonna zoom through.
Sure. Do you want to go ahead and give me a quick sensing test of the area of this dude's house? Are you going through the house or just through the area?
Well, I'm gonna go to the house, right, and then just look
Yeah.
at it and see if there's any astral stuff.
Are you going to go through the house or just to it?
It means like, are you doing the outside or are you doing the inside as well?
Well, I guess if I don't see anything from the outside, then I would do at least go into the garage.
You can see the ancestors of people that are mages.
Good news, there's no technomancers in the immediate area.
That's good.
Um,
And the things that aren't technomancers?
there's a decent amount of life here in the immediate area from like plants, a couple of bushes, a nice well manicured lawn, that kind of thing.
That's nice.
You don't see like people there, but it is a fairly standard thing on the outside. Flying through the garage, you don't see any people in here either. There's 4 large blocks of technology, which are roughly car-shaped.
Mm-hmm. So I don't see any immediate astral security.
No.
I will just hang out in front of the garage, maybe across the road somewhere, like somewhere half into a building maybe, so I'm not super obvious if someone just flies overhead the buildings astrally, or like a spirit pokes out of the house.
Sure.
Wait for the guys to show up.
Okay. And who is showing up? Because there was some.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan here is for him to get there by himself. If things are clear and he can get in, then the other 2 of us are going to slip in and then take the other cars.
Sure.
If I leave astral signature by just hanging out somewhere, then I'm
No.
clearing that weather way.
Not unless you you do something, like if you cast a spell or summon a spirit or something like that, then you begin to leave signatures, but not until you actually do something.
Cool.
Alright, so Archon, if I can get a stealth roll to see how well you can approach this building unknown.
Yep. Pretty good.
That is pretty good. Let's see how good the suspicious activity. You see, you feel relatively unnoticed
Cool.
as you approach the house. I imagine you have the comlink on you,
Yep.
and you can fairly easily hit a button and go inside. You are now inside. Are you going front door, back door? What's the
Is there a door that goes straight to the garage?
There's the big rolling up doors for the garage, but it's
too noticeable. I'm gonna slip in through the front door. I'm gonna keep my ears peeled for basically any sound that signifies approaching people or creatures.
Sure. Go ahead and give me
If
a
he
perception test.
if I see him walking up to the main front door, I'm gonna actually follow him since I haven't checked out the main house, so I don't know if he's going to run into like 3 dudes.
Sure. So you will need to. You can go ahead and do that. Also, Archon, now that you're inside the building, can you go ahead and give me a stealth test, and we'll see how sneaky you are inside.
Does this still count as an urban area?
Yep.
Cool.
Urban spec, best spec.
Yes, it is.
Still pretty good. Wow, the dice like me tonight.
For now.
Apart from that glitch.
I'm pretty sure they liked where that went anyway.
They probably did.
Also-
I realised as well, I have a reduced sense of smell, so...
So it's
Also,
actually
are you wearing a face mask? Because you should.
No? Why am I wearing a face? Oh, you mean breaking in? I assume I've not got one.
Well,
Didn't really
enjoy
think
being
about
on,
it. Not
enjoy being on
gonna,
camera.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, let me roll some dice real quick and see.
There's no way this guy's a kid. No way.
Alright, well that's... So, you're kind of sneaking through. This place has a lot of pictures of, well, himself, because that's the kind of person he is. There are a couple of pictures that have older people with him. It seems to only be a father, and as you go down the line and you're looking at them, you notice that this one has a picture of a dog in it.
Yeah.
And about that time, you hear the pleasant jingling of a collar.
Do I know about whereabouts it's coming from?
It is coming from what is like the living room area.
Is there anywhere I can duck into to get away from it?
Let me move this stuff out of the way real quick.
Influence works on animals, right?
Maybe it kind of depends. I think on
Yeah.
what you're trying to do, because animals are not.
Well,
Are not. Let's call
best
it.
thing is I have the critter spook
You sure do.
quality, so that's why I was trying to keep away from them. So basically, they if they get within 5 meters of me, they are scared and angry and far more likely to attack.
Or bark a whole lot.
Yes, which means I'm going to end up pulling my silence pistol out and shooting it in the face.
You can shoot his poor puppy. You monster.
Poor puppy.
I mean, if a kid comes down, I'm shooting that in the face as well. So
This
How much
is
that's
body
fine.
does a dog have?
not
Nobody cares
much.
about shooting children.
Oh god,
Can
a two-legged dog. Bang.
I think I'll just stun bolt the thing.
that might be my excuse as well, Ethan. Oh no, that dog looks damaged. Shoot it. It's fine now. I fixed it.
It's headed right for us.
No, I'm gonna attempt
me
the
or
stun
does
bolt before
those
the thing
boxes-
gets even a chance to bark at him.
I like it. Is it me or do those boxes kind of look a bit like an Uzi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda.
The damage this does is force plus net hits. or something like that, right?
Nope. Stun bolt is just your net hits versus just their willpower. The other thing is
And the
you
force is the
cannot
limit.
affect the physical when you're astrally projecting.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Stunbolt is a mana spell.
Yep, and it does not have. It is not active on the astral plane.
Wait, what?
You mean on the material plane?
Yeah.
Well, it's active on the material plane because it is a dog.
Basically, if the dog was dual natured, yes, it would work. But because it's not, you can't use it on it.
But it has. I thought
It has an
physical
aura.
spells
It
and
is.
mana spells you could use
Yeah.
astally.
You
It
can,
has an
but only
aura.
on things that are in the astral plane with you.
But it is not
So
in the
that's
astral plane.
Yeah, that's any dual nature creature or any creature that is astrally projecting.
Oh, so I would have to materialize first.
No.
Yeah,
You-
it would need to be either a spirit basically, or it would need to be a person projecting like you, or it would need to be something that is inherently magical, like a hellhound.
So I can't Stunbolt it.
Correct.
Correct.
But that's garbage.
That is what we
Well-
call game balance, because when you are actually projecting like you are immune to physical damage and such, because you are not physically there. So if you are able to physically ruin things that are on the physical plane by manifesting, you would be immune to damage and just free to run amok over top of everything. So that is game balance.
It's true.
Yeah, but I thought that applied only to physical spells, not to mana spells.
So where is Archon in this diagram here?
So
Did
he
you
is
just-
coming
what
down
can-
the hallway here.
Okay.
What can I do?
You could summon a spirit and have the
You
spirit
can-
do stuff.
You
But that
can
would
watch
be-
him kill a dog.
Could watch him kill the puppy.
You can sense it while it dies.
Yeah. So as I'm
You
hearing
can
this dog,
see
and I'm
its life
trying,
force fade.
as I'm trying to pump bowl my way into another room or just move off, I am going to have one hand on my silence pistol.
Sure. So
Basically ready.
it sounds like the dog is coming from the living room, like kind of coming around into the kitchen, into the hallway, because Daddy is home, and it is time
Yeah.
for. It is time to be an
Time
obnoxious
for
dog
peanut
when you're.
butter sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically gonna go into the kitchen and see if I can find some food. Like food the dog would enjoy, basically.
Sure. Let's tell you what. Do you have? You probably don't have animal handling, do you?
No, it seemed pointless. With the lack of charisma and the crit
Nope.
spook, it just I get a -2 dice pool to doing anything with it anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So you will begin rooting around in the kitchen, and the dog is
Do
going
it
to come in.
quietly.
Sure. You're not
Yeah,
going to avoid the dog finding you.
Oh, damn it!
Like it
Just
still can
run.
smell,
Right.
and it will smell things. And if you do not wish to do things, it will begin to respond to your presence.
How far away is it from me?
Not terribly far, because you guys are inside a house.
Okay, I'm going to just pull out my pistol and shoot it.
Alright.
In the face, right between the eyes.
Yep. If you want to go ahead and you can roll your shooting, and we'll see how
Yep.
the puppy does.
Now, I just gotta remind myself whether or not I have the thing for it. I do have the thing for it. I thought I did. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be mean.
Yeah, because this dog is actually a dragon.
It's a Durgan dog. Let's see if the dog is surprised. Dog is surprised.
Oh God, I feel like such a bad person.
Probably because you are.
I know.
Yeah, probably because you are.
So that is 13 damage. -2 is 11. So the dog is going to come around the corner and do that like puppy slide thing for a moment when it realizes you're not who it thought it was. It starts to kind of like curl back its lip to bark or growl or something along those lines, and you plug it, and it goes, "Ay!" and kind of flops over on its poor puppy side.
I'm gonna just walk over to it and poke it with the silencer.
It is non-responsive, but it is still. Well, what did you have your gun loaded with?
It was just standard bullets.
Okay, so it is now bleeding out.
Okay, I'm just gonna as I get up to her, I'm just gonna get the knife and just stab. I'm gonna actually, I'm just gonna wring its neck and snap its neck so it dies quickly.
Poor puppy.
Hey, I'm saving it from suffering. The little shit had just ignored me. Would have been fine.
But you are inside the house.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the puppy. I'm going to put it in the fridge.
As you open the fridge, you will notice there is a couple of looks like 2 6-packs of Brondo, a couple of Soy Weisers, anything that you could think of that was like a weight gain supplement kind of food is there.
Brief card.
God, even his food is douchey.
Yeah, what did you expect?
I mean, he would have said that out loud, and then just like shoved the puppy in there,
Man.
and then closed the door.
Is that really necessary?
I mean, it's more like I don't know if anyone else is here, and I don't need them like coming downstairs. I mean, they'll find the pool of blood. That's fine. But the puppy corpse, like the pool of blood, could be from anything. They don't know what it is.
The pool of blood could be from anything. I don't think that's how that works. I think it usually comes from living things.
Okay, it could come
Swing
from
your ass into the
any
garage. And
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna calm everyone else and say, so there's a dead puppy in the house? You may want to get the car and go.
We will at least clarify that puppy in this case just means dog. It was not actually a little ball of floof, because that would be extra
that's
mean.
actually disappointing.
I mean, if you wanted to be some kind of inhuman puppy murderer, I mean, there's plenty of ways for you to do that.
He is pretty inhuman, in all fairness.
You know what's
Are
funny
you?
is you have shock gloves and you could have just knocked it out.
Yeah, but to get that close to it, it would have aggravated it even more. This was much simpler and quicker for the most part.
Yes, I agree.
Can you imagine what
Made
would
it
happen
the
if the dog got to bark?
Exactly.
You're definitely gonna be on the internet, by the way. In the news. I mean, you just walked into somebody's house, shot their dog, then strangled their dog, then put their shot and strangled dog into their refrigerator,
I didn't
and then
strangle it,
walked
I
off
just
into the
snapped
garage
it.
and stole their cars. All of this on camera
Let's clarify. I did not strangle. I snapped
With-
neck.
with no disguise at all. You can see your face.
Do you know how hard it is to snap a neck? That takes some solid effort.
I'm pretty strong, in fairness. And
So, moving on from the intricacies of, dog murder, you are in the kitchen. What is it that you would like to do? Are you calmed your team? What's your team doing?
Yeah, you're hanging out like somewhere away where you're then gonna wait for the cars to drive to you and then get in, or are you all collecting at the house?
I was just gonna drive the car directly to Big Bob.
No, the other
but I-
two, though, for us.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Either do we sneak in and drive off with him, or have the cars come to us somewhere?
Have the cars come to us somewhere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if we
So
can
we'll
make
be-
it so that like one car leaves and then like 20, 30 minutes later another car leaves.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But you're intending to meet up with them in the A zone or outside of the A zone?
Within the A zone.
Okay.
Maybe only have it be like 10 or 15 minutes apart. We do really have to worry about time constraints, including just in case Archon gets some kind of a ping at the first thing. We don't need them
Yeah, I
shutting
would
us down
just
while we're still
say.
in the A zone.
I mean, Well, I don't see what the purpose of waiting for them driving out the garage is.
So that it's not a convoy of 4 cars driving out of a garage in a row.
Yeah,
Right.
but they're gonna head to different checkpoints after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like the person across the street.
Okay,
Right.
maybe.
When the garage empties, but only one of the cars has a driver in it. Then again, who knows? Maybe that's something rich people do. They just bring all of their cars with them somewhere.
Yeah, but not at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
We wouldn't know. We're not rich people.
It's true. One of you lives in a
Well, so-
McHugh's.
Since I can't actually cast any spells like I thought I could, I'll wait until Ryan gets into the garage and then I'm gonna leave.
Okay, well, he is inside the garage. You will see that there is the Shihyong that you are after. Let me take a quick look at the cars, and I will give you a list of the vehicles that are in there. Here's your target, Toyota Gopher. No, a Mitsubishi Night Sky. No, that would be dumb. A Ford Americar, Harley Scorpion. So that is the 4 vehicles that are inside the garage.
Oh shit! There's 4 cars. There's 4 vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
You did say earlier.
So which are you gonna leave behind?
We have 4 people that can drive.
No, we have 3 people that can drive.
We have 4.
I don't have a sin.
That'll
Scat
put
puts her.
I mean, you could be driving a
Oh.
nice car with a criminal sin through an A zone. That won't raise any questions, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure. I don't know if we want data blitzer to drive any of the cars for a checkpoint. I feel like that overstretches the limits of an NPC a little bit. We're gonna run some risks there.
I also think that if he does get stopped in a random check, he's going to run his mouth so much that they'll just arrest him for just being him.
And he'll be
Man.
gone.
Yeah.
What a shame.
It's like, oh no. He's
I
trapped.
mean, it would be a case of, oh well, what can we do about it? Let's find a new Decker.
Well, if he's getting arrested, then they're getting our profiles, right? We don't want that.
Who knows? Who knows what he would tell or who he would sell out to get a better deal.
He would fold
Everyone.
immediately and completely. There's
Yeah.
no question about it.
He would sell out his own mother.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She probably means a lot to him because she still takes care of him and does his laundry and stuff.
Maybe.
Makes him breakfast.
Yo, I would be happy if somebody made me breakfast every day.
That person could be you.
It could be you.
It's like, good job, me. Thanks for making me breakfast. You're welcome, me. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate me.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It is nice. Look, eggs are really easy to make.
Yeah,
True.
I do have eggs because I made breaded pork chops for dinner tonight. I dumped a bunch of barbecue seasoning in with the breadings when I fried it up. It's
Good
pretty
stuff.
good. But that's not important. What's important now is what you guys are doing, because there's a lot of talk,
Taking
not a lot of
photos.
action.
At 10-minute intervals.
Okay. Which one are you getting first? Just you going with the actual job car?
Definitely.
Oh god.
Please.
Yeah.
I just had a terrible thought, guys. What if his dog's collar had a biomonitor in it? Because he could be getting
well-
a ping right now to say your dog is dead.
Well, you
Yeah,
would know
but
because you
why-
have a copy of his phone.
Why would you put a biometer though?
Because
I mean,
you're
just-
rich.
Yeah, and to make sure keep an eye on your pet.
So you know when it has to go walkies.
Also,
Yeah. Or, I mean,
That-
if it gets hurt or...
shot.
Now
Yeah.
you're just convincing the GM that the dog had a biomarker.
I mean, if you would have given me more reasons.
Wouldn't Data Blitzer know about it if there was one?
Yeah. And given as you just told him that you murdered a dog, he would let you guys know that. Well, first of all, he'd be upset at you for shooting the dog. Like,
I mean, he's lucky he didn't get shot himself. So
right, and he would be giving you some lip about that, which I'm sure would be met with "shut up."
it'll be met with right. So that's my face.
It's like I'd say it to your
Fucking
face
day.
if you didn't smell so bad, so I wouldn't get near you.
I mean, me and you are gonna have words, boy.
There's some emoji that you don't understand is sent your way. It's some kind of dank meme or something.
I'm gonna sharpen my knife.
All right, well, you're still in this guy's garage.
Please, on with the
I'm
job.
gonna sharpen it on the wall.
Okay. But yeah, are you just driving that car away then?
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach said checkpoint to get out of there,
That's a great
Hands
time
on.
for you to go.
Are you seriously?
I am.
He-
Way to ruin everything.
Right.
Did
Something's
disconnect?
almost good. Oh wait, did he?
No, he just got muted because his Skype does that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rob, you muted. That's
Ah,
what I like.
My Skype did get muted in there somehow. So, as you hit the checkpoint, the kindly knight errant officer is the effectiveness of papers, please, and he runs your SIN real quick, and he's like, hits the scanners like, this thing's been giving me problems all night. Just 1 second, and then he scans you a second time. It's like, oh, see, worked fine that time. Have a good night, Mister. Whatever. What is your faking name, SIN?
It is in fact Richard Smith.
He will have a good night, Mr. Smith. And
You too, sir.
he will wave you on through.
We'll just drive on
That was-
as usual.
That was super close.
Yeah, that was. Seriously though, on a 66, you don't expect 4 successes.
No, you sure don't. But
Well, but actually,
that is greater than
Three-
50%. That is a 60% success
Yeah.
rate. It would have gotten real interesting really quickly. But given as we have
Yeah.
gotten the target car out of the A rating zone, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to see how many of these other vehicles we get out of here, and we're going to meet up with Big Bob. And depending upon how long that goes, maybe have a meeting with Officer Friendly.
Sounds good. I'm just gonna use the loop. BRB.